Morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Doing this on New Year's Day. Uh, Decided to pull my voids because I really wanted to get the frosted path, in which, as you can see here, uh, really just wanted Hilvey. I think that Hilvey provides the best use for me. I think I'm going to be using Hilvey more than him. Really, I'm having a lot of regret or feelings of regret of going for basically the fusion, and I don't know. I think I'll look back on this and be like, "Yo, dude, why'd you have any regret?" But at this stage, I got Hilvey. I'm okay with it, and eventually I'll work my way down. We have some energy to burn and all that fun stuff. I still have the clan energy, and um, have some more. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But in all reality, the video I wanted to make here is talking about Cecilia, the Red Hope, because I pulled her from those voids, and she's when she first came out, I was like, I don't know about her. She just it's a revive on death, and it's just like, eh. But I she could be really really useful. So let's go through her kit. She base speed of 102, which is really fast. Whenever we see crit damage of 50, it's kind of like, yo, let's hold up on any crit damage or any type of smackaroos. But she, I guess she can tickle. So I'm okay just foregoing damage. Some resistance is nice, and she is defense based. So whenever I see defense based, I'm definitely going to slam HP and defense because we want them tanky. And then there is resistance. So, okay. So you really want to be a thorn in people's sides. So going through her kit, uh, the A1, it heals all allies by 10% of their max HP. So we don't necessarily need to build up our own HP, but her buddies getting their HP as much as possible only helps her out. Uh, it's the same. This is the same graphic from Alice. So okay, the wave attacks all enemies twice. The damage dealt by this skill increases by 5% for each ally above 50. Places a perfect veil on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Damage based on max HP and defense. So I guess this is where it could kind of hit hard. So, you know, remember when I was telling you about that crit damage being so low? Don't worry about it. Well, maybe this is where it can go into effect. So we'll mess around. Um, yeah, I an AOE is nice twice, yay, and then like another like 20% uh damage boost. Okay, cool. Perfect Veil is neat, and then it's max HP as well. So that this could definitely, I mean, it says it's a wave, and I could kind of see that. And then we have some sustainability here. Attacks all enemies before attacking places an increased defense on all of us for 2 turns. Places a strengthen and counterattack on all allies for 2 turns. I love counterattack. I think it's great, and especially syncing up with the A1, there's going to be a lot of healing here. So we have an increased defense, strengthen, and counterattack. And like this screams Chimera. If you don't have a built out um, Mikage for that ally attack, at least you have counterattack here. So that could definitely help with that one um, trial. So that's neat. And then we have a strengthen, which only helps us out. And this is a 3-turn cooldown as well as a 3-turn once this is fully booked. Not bad. And this is where I was lamenting earlier. Places a revive on death buff for 1 turn on an ally when that ally is below 50. So, okay. Eh. The sad thing about Revive on Death is that they come back with 0 turn meter. So they're hoping that that basically uh this counter, like if she does have counterattack, that 10% helps out, but like eh, this is just a really kind of cruddy active effect. And plus there's a typo. Below. Uh do they mean below? Um Unless they're bellowing, but neither here nor there. Uh, what's really nice is that the passive effect is that whenever she goes, she removes one random debuff from a random ally and fills their turn meter by 10%. So that's kind of the saving grace here. Getting a 10% turn meter is really good. It's, and I mean, it's not great. It's still a small little tick up, and it's going to be really hard to build around an auto team. But if you're manualing things, this isn't so bad. I could see this really helping out in hard faction wars. I could see this kind of helping out in Chimera. I could see this helping out in Hydra, but like 10% is 10%. It's not bad. It's just a random ally. Mm, You know, it's it's there, and and that's great. Uh, 30% debuff, 30% aura. I have her with demonic effigy. This is gonna change. I really had it just because of this uh, tilted square. Uh, that whenever an ally is killed by an enemy, the wearer has a 10% chance to decrease the cooldown of one of their skills. And really, that's just to get the counterattack and strengthen going. So, like, this may not stick. I may just go with uh, I may go with the journal just because of the turn meter increase and it being on a passive. 15% would be another 1.5. So then that would be 11.5% turn meter increase on a random ally. And that's not the greatest, but it definitely, it's, it's something. I really wanted to crank out as much HP, and I don't build out with a lot of resistance. So that speaks to me. Uh, but well, I'll mess around with it. Nothing too like wild just yet. And I have her in a protection piece. And ideally I want to go 9, and I will. It just needs to make sense. Right now she's at 281. I would love to get her crit capped again just to get more damage out there. I'm not leaning into her for damage, but it's still nice to have some of that, especially with that max HP, max enemy HP. Apologies. So I definitely want to lean into it, and she's fresh out of the vault, like well, not out of the vault, but she's fresh, So I'll definitely mess around with her, and let's bump this up to 16. This isn't the greatest, but it is my only defense one, and it rolled up twice and flat, HP, which is just a kick in the pants sometimes. But this is how I have her. I think I do need help in 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 faction wars and Bannerlord. This and High Alpha are my two lowest. I'm 834. So I'll definitely mess around with it. With her in there, it's always nice to have additional assistance, and and yeah, we'll go through it. Um, I'm definitely just slow playing it, and that's okay. I'm still enjoying it, but it's just now more and more kind of a nuisance. But we'll get there. So yeah, just a quick little discussion about good old Cecilia. Looks badass. It's very Christmas themed, as we know, and all that fun stuff. I dislike the idea of this frost on her, but yet she has no freeze mechanic. I thought that would have been just a little bit extra. Um, like maybe, placing a revive on death, but also tossing out there a freeze on whoever killed an ally. That's an unresistible. or irresistible. I think that would have been really neat. Uh, but not the case. Polarium does not consult with me. not not anything like that. But just that would have been a little bit too much. But she is void, and I have her, so I'm gonna take her into some dungeons and stuff. Um, 15 and 63, is that the case? Hmm. Oh, that's when she's fully all the way. So okay. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with her, and and then I'll do another video after she's fully mastered and all that fun stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna. She's not a high on the book list on the book priority for me, but we'll see. I do need help in Banner Lawrence, and she'll provide that. Until next time. Uh, yeah, this was just a quickie. Thanks for watching.